They rocking in Italy though.
They having a blast.
DJ set up. It's not a game.
In New York, they start throwing oranges at each other.
Said it started off.
All right, we ready? We ready? We live? Another episode of A Different Lens. I'm Mark Wins. We're gonna discuss our new guest today. We have a good guest today. She's gonna talk to you guys about a lot of stuff that's going on in the celebrity world. She works with Urban Spotlight.
Hey y'all.
She jumped the gun, but we're gonna introduce our regular staff first. Far right. I have my man.
What's up, the gambling tragic antagonist? Yo, keep your head on a swivel. The coronavirus is out here. We know it's serious, but you know we still had to come bring you this podcast live and direct, man.
Alright, now we have the center of attention, Sazu, the face. Hello. Hi.
Now, we're going to take this opportunity to introduce our guest. Please introduce yourself to our fans, our subscribers, and all those good people.
Hi everyone, I am Mommy, Make All Moves Incognito, and this is my first time joining the game.
We appreciate it. I'm going to break down your name. Where do you get that Make All Moves Incognito? Where did that come from?
The strip club.
All right, so now we're going to go right into our next episode.
Yeah,
Our first episode.
Battlefield B. I brought the real deal to you, B.
Our first segment on the podcast today. Let's talk about sports or lack thereof. JR, we're going to lead off with you, but we're going to include the young ladies because you're going to talk about sports and what's going on in the sports world.
Yeah, well, you know, the sports world's basically been shut down by the coronavirus. The NBA is still on suspension. They've canceled everything from the Players Championship and the Masters to finally UFC.
Mm-hmm. That was yesterday.
Yeah, they finally, because they were trying to make it last. And then not even sports. Power Book 2, the filming's been canceled.
For Power?
Yep, the
That's
chairman.
Good. I'm good. I'm happy with that.
Chairman of Universal
They stopped
just
that bullshit.
was diagnosed with
Fast and
coronavirus.
Furious, they're postponed it to next year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the important people that we consider important people that were diagnosed of having it.
Idris Elba.
Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, basketball. Also Christian Woods, he's the third NBA player.
Celebrity, who you got?
I had Idris Elba.
That's
Right,
today.
that's what I'm
That was
aware of.
today,
Yeah,
right?
that was today.
I know that Tom Hanks is
Yeah,
one of the
Tom Hanks.
original.
Tom Hanks.
One of the original.
Definitely.
Oh, Ronaldo.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ronaldo, the soccer
The
player.
soccer player?
He got it last week. So he's in quarantine. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
Word?
Big time. Yeah.
But
Hitting some big
everyone's
time
saying
people.
that they're actually okay. Like, that's on the bright
Yeah,
side.
Donovan Mitchell was on Good
Morning America.
with Robert Roberts today, and he looks fine.
His videos,
He's
talking
asymptomatic.
about-
Yeah, that's what he
So-
said. He said he was mad at Rudy.
But that's scared. No, he was tight for playing around with him. He said once he got over that, you know. But you can't really blame Rudy for that. Rudy was like a lot of people. They're like, you know, I'm not getting this.
Yeah.
It's just very ironic. Very ironic that it was him.
Right.
Know? But yeah, everything shut down. But the NFL is actually thriving right now because if you turn on the sports, the NFL is smart.
That's the only thing wrong
They are
right now.
smart. If you turn on TV, they have everything dominated. ESPN has free agent special, franchise tag special. Dak Prescott, the big story. Dallas did not give him the big deal. And there's something I wrote about on ShadowLeague.com. Snoop Dogg was on First Take.
I kept up for that.
Yeah, and he had a lot to say, you know, about Dak not getting that deal.
Snoop. Just rap. Don't worry about the sports stuff. Just stick to the Lakers. Don't worry about the Cowboys. Jerry Jones is an asshole. We know that. Dak Prescott will get his money, but you are speaking because you're approximately worth $135 million. Relax. Let's talk about heartthrob Hollywood actor that just caught the corona. Idris. Is he one of the most famous black actors in the world right now?
Richest.
He got
One
bread?
of the richest, yes, definitely.
He is something else.
For one thing, he said that he didn't have any symptoms, which is very common in men, just with anything. And he was speaking on it as far as like with his wife behind him, corona'd, and she was behind him supporting him, but she hasn't tested for it yet. Also, he said that he was in public areas whom he knew had it or was around it, so he took the precautions, knowing that he didn't have the symptoms, but just to be on the safe side. And he tested positive for it. He said it sucks. He said it's unfortunate. Being that he doesn't have any symptoms, he really doesn't know what to do about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other than quarantining himself And his wife, like I said, was in the video with him, supporting him and everything like that. But I want to know, as far as like, what are people doing about this? Just, it's wash your hands, but now that you have it, what are you still washing your hands? Are you taking Theraflu? Are you taking Robitussin, like, other than quarantining yourself to make it not spread? But your wife is with you, so I don't get it. I don't understand that part.
I don't know what to do. Anyone have it? I know that Trump doesn't know what to do.
We talk about it to prevent it. We talk about what we need to do to prevent it, but once we have it, then what? What do we do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do we make hand condoms? Like, what is it other than, like, I don't get it? Strip club lingo, you know what I'm saying?
That's a unique
What are
perspective.
hand condoms?
Gloves.
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 Okay.
Yeah, word.
Gloves.
Speaking of, like, you keep talking about the strip club. I just want to talk about the fact that nightclubs are closing and restaurants and everything.
Ain't no
and
money.
I know, like, for restaurants, they can do, like, takeout and delivery, but, like, you can't really, like, deliver strippers. So, like, how are they going to make a living now?
Not only
Not
that,
really how, but, like...
the waitresses that work at these
Yeah,
places,
like, how do you-
waitresses
yeah.
and waiters, there's no money generated right there. Then you go to the adult entertainment world.
Well, they weren't going to stop unless they shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're gonna ride it
The
out,
dudes was at the strip clubs last night.
throwing it up.
Yeah, throwing it up, having a good time.
But
And,
that's a good point though. Like, how are they gonna make money?
That's a good question.
'Cause
Being
they
that
don't
money
get,
is
like,
the dirtiest thing on the
benefits.
planet. Being that
Virtual.
it's passed through everything.
That's-
OnlyFans pages is going up. Backpage might
Right,
be back
that's what I'm
too.
saying. If you take the
You know what I'm
physical
saying?
away,
No, fan page got
You can actually get the
hacked last week.
fantasy back. You know
So
what I'm
then
saying?
they hacked them last week, 2 weeks ago. It was hacked.
What?
Fans.
OnlyFans, yeah. I don't
From
know
what
too
I
much
hear.
in depth.
Oh.
Yeah.
From right here.
okay. He had more inside information.
Right.
He was like, yo, the fan page, you look kind of upset.
You got a personal account?
You
Like,
look
let's talk about
mad.
it.
You look mad about it, brother.
He was this bad when they was
You
talking
see
about the
that?
NBA. Like, yeah, you gonna get that? I said, I don't even know. I don't have an OnlyFans page.
But anyway, so a lot of money, obviously, on that level, money's being messed up because of the virus. But imagine the big time money. I was just telling my somebody coming in.
The stock market is down.
dropped. So
Yeah.
stock market's down. What are rich people doing?
Jumping off windows.
And or
Like on Black Monday. Isn't it ironic that season 3 of Black Monday with Don Cheadle was about to come on, about the stock market crash back in the 80s?
I got some other
It's
stuff
about
going
to come back on TV.
But more people that have disposable income are buying stock.
Right.
Because it's at a all-time low right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to accumulate a lot more wealth, and then hopefully it'll turn into something.
Well, they're going to be all right because if the economy goes into a recession, or, God forbid, a depression, who's the first people that get bailed out?
The rich.
So they're fine.
Yeah.
The deeper they go, the more money they're going to get to come back up. Obama did it as soon as he came into office.
Yep.
He laced everybody.
Yep.
So I don't see where the millions of dollars that wealthy people are losing, they're going to get it all back.
At some point.
I just want to shout out to Soulja Boy because he's been preparing for this since he was 15 years old, always investing in businesses. He just did the whole thing with the soap. So everybody that's clowning him or he's corny, like he always has a game plan to, like, God forbid if anything happens like this, he's always mentally prepared. So
I will
that's
say
what
this
he
about
gives us a
Soulja
shout
Boy, although I'm not a big fan of his music. I mean, everyone, he caught the world with that one. That was a hit. But for, like you said, he's ahead of the game on some as far as his investments and trying to move his movement ahead and trying to get that bread.
But he's always been.
No, I know he did a lot of
been.
stuff that's related to getting money.
And he's never quite gone overboard enough to take him out the game. There's a lot of rumors
Right.
you hear, because you hear about how he had that girl tied up in his house. And
I heard he was
boys
gay.
there, but
I heard all of that, yeah.
it's never gone anywhere. These other guys end up in jail.
He was one of the first biggest trolls, but he didn't even reach 6ix9ine's level of trolling. Like, you know, with him snitching and his allegations and everything like that. Like, he always kept it, you know, he's a businessman. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing
Young Draco.
to get your
I'm not mad at him.
attention just enough to bring you in, and then, all right, let's leave it right there. That's good. We'll talk about it for a week.
Before we transition to the next topic, does he have the most famous meme of all time with that?
Drake.
Is that one of the most famous?
Corona.
That's definitely up there.
That's up there.
That's definitely up there.
Between him and Michael Jordan right now, yeah, definitely.
Crying
Top 2
memes.
memes. Like,
What you got? Anything?
No, that's not good.
right, I just wanted to throw that out there.
All right, boom. Anything else on Corona?
No, it's stopping everything from Little League up to
He's upset about that.
professional sports. It's just
That's a personal
really
comment
bad
right there.
right now. And a lot of people still believe that this is a form of government control. I'm not saying that's not a real virus. I'm not, I was joking. A lot of people got on me about in the last telecast when I said, black people can't get it.
That's true,
just
though.
sarcasm and humor.
But that's for content purposes.
And also, but a lot of people,
I think people need to be a little bit more lighthearted. I think everybody's like scared shitless of like what's going on. So anybody that is still living their life normally, they're gonna like hate on you or try to come at you for just not.
We're obviously sensitive to
Totally.
people who actually
Yeah.
do have the virus,
But stay woke.
Exactly.
And understand that the government did make this.
The government
Right.
is
Oh, well,
behind.
Like, come on
It
now.
definitely might be man-made.
I've never even
All
heard
I'm
of it.
saying
Like,
is they probably man-made it and didn't expect it to get this out of control.
Like
of course.
I stopped buying Coronas because I was so ignorant to the situation. Like, oh, coronavirus, like you get it from beer. Oh, boom, I'm done. But then I'm like, all right, moving forward, it has
That was a
nothing
good
to do with beer. It has to do with something in China. So I'm like, oh, that's over there. So it's not coming over here. Then I'm like, damn, it's mad Chinese people on the train with masks on, like, and they squeezing and sit beside me. No disrespect, but I mean, it is what it is. So
It's just crazy. People are still being ignorant, not covering their mouth,
Right.
And stuff. Like I walked past this dude, I had to like get a little excuse me, sir.
right.
Oh, you gotta get proper one?
He just out there coughing.
No, I had to get real ignorant. I had to be like, yo, you're not gonna cover your
But
mouth.
just in general,
Like,
you shouldn't do that. That's
so,
fucking
yeah, like,
disgusting.
now everybody wants to be clean and cleanly and hygienic. Where was this energy before? I've never ever in my life ever seen soap
it just goes
or
to show
hand
that
sanitizer
people
sold
are
out
definitely
anywhere.
followers. You know what I'm saying?
Of
And you
course
definitely have to
they
think
are.
for yourself.
They jump on a
Shit.
bandwagon.
And as
They
soon as like
blindly
they say
jump on
this
a
is
bandwagon.
going, that's what happens. But I feel like they wrote the Constitution or the Declaration for a reason. We the people. So we the people need to do what we have to do to make this shit go away and not just follow protocol because someone on television says it.
But at the same time, we are not in control of this situation. The government is giving the advice. They're not giving us all the information.
Very true.
There's not enough tests. See, that would solve everything if you could just test people. There's not enough tests.
It's 8.5
So-
million people in New York City. And what has been said that there is 95 people with the coronavirus. Where are those 95 people at and where could we find them and put them in a box?
But they said there's 600 cases now.
600 cases.
You know, all
in
type of
China, they
numbers.
built a hotel or a hospital just for those people that were infected.
Yeah, because it's like you're going to the hospital to get tested for the virus. You walk in with nothing, or you're going in to get a broken leg treated, and you walk out with the coronavirus.
We need
right.
Joe Goldberg on a box right now.
Yeah, right?
Building in a basement.
I suggest watching Containment if you guys really
Containment, Outbreak,
Containment
and
on
there's
Netflix,
another
yeah.
show on Netflix called
Pandemic.
Yeah.
Watch that. Watch
that
at least the
on
first
Netflix,
episode. All right, we're going to close this segment out. Coronavirus, boo to you. But we're resilient. We're going to fight through it.
NFL
Yes.
making money though behind this corona thing. They the only thing going
They probably-
right now.
Oh,
And now
Drink kombucha.
free agency starting. Where's Brady going?
That's all I drink. Kombucha.
The who?
Kombucha.
All right,
It's good for you.
we'll come out of here right now. We out. That wasn't me. I got a hack. Like OnlyFans.
We know all about it.
We ready? We rolling? All right. We're back with another segment of A Different Lens. And today we have a guest. We're going to get to her. But far right with the Luhai hat on, we have...
Yo, the gambler, the tragic antagonist, A Different Lens, episode Corona 2.
And to his left we have...
Sazu.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay.
The intellect, actually. Let's.
The young intellect.
Okay. And to her left we have...
Mommy, make all moves incognito. How y'all doing?
You don't see her, she's incognito.
And we're going to find out
Hold on, with them
specifically
hands now.
and
With them hands now.
in detail
What
where she got that name from.
the incognito?
Get that all in the air.
Okay, so on this segment, we're going to speak about. Sazu's going to talk to us about flying in the airlines and being disrespectful. Hit us.
All right. So, as my man's over here is going to insert the video and you'll see it for yourself. There was a Caucasian woman who decided to call the flight attendants the N-word. So the African American woman that was sitting next to her didn't feel comfortable with that. So she addressed her, and the lady got really rude and belligerent. And then she called the African American woman an N-word. And with that being said, then the lady went off. And she let's just say she kind of, things got physical for a minute. And
then she said the all-time worst word you could say to a young lady. What did she say?
she called her a cunt.
Woo!
UNT.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, then she got knocked into next Tuesday.
Jesus.
And then what was
Deservedly so.
what was the young lady's response when she heard that?
So her response to that, shout out to you for this one, was, I am a magical
C word.
mother
See you
effing
next Tuesday.
see you next Tuesday.
Boom. So there we go. But it's a bigger scope.
Do people feel like when they're thousands of miles in the air that they get some type of, I don't get it. Like
Privilege to say certain things?
I don't know. Like
At
it's
any
been
point in
dumb times
time.
with American Airlines. Like they always have problems, but like it's never on ground level. You know what I'm saying? It's always 1,000 feet in the air where there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
But when it does happen ground level, when they get their ass beat,
Then it's, I'm gonna press charges, or
Right.
I want like like my husband is a lawyer or a
Right.
cop. Like I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like a few months ago, my dad got hit by a car, and the lady called him the N-word and told him to get the F out the way.
so
But it's like, figure out where you're driving. But her husband was a cop, so they dismissed the entire case. Like the entire case. Like,
so
as
that's
a whole.
that's privilege in of itself.
Yeah.
Like it's beyond
So,
a
yeah.
race privilege. That's like
It's just,
societal privilege.
it's that it's the Black Lives Matter, we've got White Lives Matter, we've got Blue Lives Matter. So
This
we
is
have
why-
a blue life and a white life together. What do you expect to
Right.
happen? I mean, come on.
This is
Right.
why I will continue to reach, because I feel like you have to reach, even if it's something as simple as Kim having braids, which it doesn't bother me, but just an example, because you have to reach somewhere to an extremity so we could at least meet in the middle, because no one's getting it that, oh, that's over with, slavery was years ago, get over it. I'm not getting over it until she stops calling me the N-word, until this person, I could go to work with my hair in its natural state. I'm not getting over it until I can feel comfortable amongst other people and not feel like I have to change my voice or wear a lace front to fit in or speak a certain way because I'm around certain people. So with that being said, like I said, I am a reacher. I am a proud
Along
reacher.
with that, like it's another thing where there was another lady that was flying and they had asked her to see her ticket because she was in first class, and like I just feel like how like where do you really feel like you stand in this earth that I can't sit next to you in first class?
Isn't that what happened with Gary Owen's wife too?
Yeah.
The comedian?
Yes, he's a white man
White guy,
and
yeah.
his wife is African American, and he was pissed. He was like, "Don't ever ask my wife a question ever again unless she wants something to drink or whatever else the case might be." Like, and it boggles me that we as black people sometimes like condemn people, like whether it's Kardashians or whoever, and it's just like, oh, they're culture vultures, but people,
They are.
But no, but they appreciate our race. They're not racist. You know what I'm saying? What their father did for O.J. Simpson, that was something for black people. So I feel like, now my point is missing.
But they are vulturing off the culture though.
By all means, they're making money off of it. But I mean, I feel like
But she's saying they have an appreciation for it.
Yeah,
They
I don't think
appreciation.
their
No,
intention.
They-
I don't think they're racist.
they
They're not
created
racist.
a generation of black people. All of their kids are black, minus Courtney's kids.
Right.
They created black women. There's Stormy. There's North. There's Chicago. They have black husbands, black boyfriends.
But
and the
what
list
can
goes
they
on.
offer them as far as knowledge?
What is
behind
Kim doing? What is Kim
Like-
doing? Kim is freeing people out of prison. She's
No,
the
not
first-
just her though. But it's not just her. Like she
Right.
has a team of black women that are not seen or heard of or appreciated for what it is that they're doing.
But
She's
they're
just
open
a
to
bigger
learn.
face behind
By
it.
all means. And she's using her face and her platform to, because when that whole thing went down with the braids, that's what made people wear their braids more. You know what I'm saying? Like, not discrediting our people, but it's like, that's my shit. I want my shit back. I'm gonna wear my braids, I'm gonna wear my afro, and now boom, all of these places are letting you. It's sad that it took a Armenian woman, she's not white, for them to, okay, we'll stop discriminating against this, that, and the third, because these black people are going to keep wearing their afros. They're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep doing that.
So you're cool with her and others like her being the face where the...
By all means, I did not say that. As I said, it's unfortunate that she had to be the face to do it.
Okay.
Because we have Beyonce, who is just on a biggest platform as she is, and people have... Beyonce just showed her natural hair. She's been in the game since she was 7, 8 years old. She's always wore the blonde wigs. She's always wore...
I would say that Beyonce has not used her platform for the plight of the people that are underneath her as far as the black community is concerned.
That's
as
what I'm
much
saying.
as they want to praise her, I think she's so overrated. Like, she's so overrated.
Better to be overrated than underpaid. We won't go into
That's
that.
true, but I'm saying, you mean
But it's
underrated
like-
as far as...
Because that's my
overrated as far as...
She's the queen.
As far as like she can breathe and everybody's ready to pass out. Like that's too much for me.
I passed out.
Okay.
And
You
maybe
did?
she's like
No.
she's like
I
she
cried.
may be doing things in silence because not everybody has to show their
In front of
intentions
TV,
in
right?
order for them to be
By all
hearing.
means. Because she's by far the most charitable person in the planet. By
Yeah,
all
like
means.
Jay-Z contributes to a lot of charities, and I'm sure Beyonce, in conjunction
Yeah.
with him,
Well,
is responsible for a lot of that.
That's a ploy, and when they say they contribute to charity,
Sometimes.
we all know. Hold on, we all know that's a 501c3. They have to donate a certain amount of.
They
their
have
money.
to donate
They have
to
to donate
somebody.
certain money to certain people.
But Jay-Z doesn't have to advocate for Mississippi prisoners with Yo Gotti.
But on the same token, Jay-Z doesn't have to support the NFL in their discrediting of Colin Kaepernick.
No, he doesn't, and he will say he's not supporting them. He'll say we have to move past kneeling.
No. But he's supporting
another
by
vehicle.
accepting that $80 million. He support. So,
of course.
And we all know it's a money thing. We got it. We understand that completely. But you can't be both sides of the quarter. You either you're this or you're that. You can't
Well,
be
that's the beauty of today's celebrity. You can be both sides of the court.
And that's why we're in the fucked up quagmire that we are in right
Yes,
now.
but that's the beauty of today's celebrity.
And that goes back to the Corona thing. We're following everybody. That's the
Snoop
thing.
Dogg throw gang signs, smoke weed, then talking about he coaching youth football.
Oh,
Right,
like-
okay.
That's
That's, you can
Right.
do that these
And
days.
he's cooking
He
with
hang out with
Martha
Martha
Stewart.
Stewart
And
on Monday.
she's the felon. He's not. So like,
people forget she went to jail.
yeah.
But her jail was
They
like
forget
shit,
quick.
like this. It was like
It was like a country
there's a
girl.
country club jail. All
Snoop
like,
beat a murder charge.
Right.
Like that's
Allegedly.
no.
no, he beat it.
No,
He
Snoop
beat-
bodyguard
they
bodied
got him.
someone that was trying to kill him.
Right.
He bodied that dude.
That sounds like
and,
self-defense.
and they both got off.
Yes, it did. Back to the topic. So
And then they have Rothman. That was their lawyer, right?
yes,
Okay.
they know who to hire. They
Yeah.
didn't hire the right person. They got the
Was it Kenner?
The
The
complexion.
the Interscope dude or Rothman? Oh,
Rothman.
Kenner, the Interscope
Rothman.
dude.
I remember him.
All right.
Rothman.
All right.
Beyonce,
Yes, mom.
Rihanna's. Are they using their platform for the betterment of the people that they represent?
I don't think people pay attention to them, honestly. Of course,
Yeah,
we
I really
know
don't.
who.
I think-
Of course, we love Beyonce. Of course, we love
Meaning they're
Rihanna.
like bigger than
But
life. They're
I
not
don't
here.
think black women get the respect that they, are supposed to get.
So
They
who's the
don't-
leaders of the black community as a whole? Music, sports, culture, whomever that person may be.
in the black community?
Yes.
Would we say Oprah? Would we
No.
say I don't think so either. Would we say Michelle Obama?
Yes. More so than
No one pays attention to Michelle though, especially people in
Michelle
my age
gonna be the-
range.
she's gonna be the vice
I think
president.
she's amazing. I
She's
think
gonna be the vice president.
I love it. I'm here for
But
it. I
it's
follow
changed.
her.
I have an easy answers for you. Who are the leaders in the black community?
I just what I'm saying.
Those
period.
people who control the Instagram, the morning radio shows. They're really like the Breakfast
It's
Club,
not
like a
anybody
Charlamagne the
that-
God.
that's really, like,
He's
worth
a
anything.
real leader.
I agree.
We may not want to acknowledge him as a
I
leader,
do.
but who reaches the most people every day and whose words influence the culture? Morning
Right.
show people and influencers. Back in the day, it used to be politicians, news people focused on politics. It's not that anymore.
So that in of itself says there's a problem with a person that's a radio personality who's meant here to incite conversation.
What about Angela Rye?
Well,
Angela Ray. That's another one.
she's
Common-
considered
Common
problematic. She's considered rude. She's
so
considered
is
a black
Candace
bitch.
Owens.
Okay, she's considered a black bitch, but it's just like, damn, but as soon as Kim says, oh, I'm a lawyer, it's like, oh my God, she went from a hoe to a lawyer. She's so inspiring.
Who said
Anybody
that,
could do
Kim?
that. I'm sorry?
Who said
She's
that?
going to law school
She's
now.
gonna be a lawyer. She has 1 year
You talking
left.
about women that are leaders? What about Jamel Hill? Was that just for a season?
I don't understand how she's gonna be a lawyer in 4 years and it takes any other person
4
like,
years.
no, it takes longer than that.
Oh, how did Diddy get his doctorate? Okay,
Like,
let's
it
talk
does
about
not
Diddy and
take
his
4 years.
doctorate.
It takes way longer than 4 years.
So
like,
Jamel Hill, what you said, so we're gonna, nobody answered the question though. Who's our leader? You said Charlamagne. Who's your leaders of our community within the black world right now?
I have no idea.
Exactly. Who you got?
I didn't say specifically Charlamagne. I said people
Like-
like him
like
with
him.
the
I like
voice
Charlamagne.
that are connected and in touch with people every day. They can influence
You know who is one of the biggest
Charlamagne.
influencers and leaders of this
But
time?
Paul, we can't combine those two words. They're two separate entities.
Oh yeah, right.
Leaders is someone that's going to inspire the people to do something.
Mona Scott Young.
Mona Scott.
Ignorance.
Who's
and
that?
that's what people want to
That's
see.
the one that does all the reality shows.
Ignorance.
Her and Shaq's wife do all the reality shows.
See, but I'm not looking at it in a sense of like.
Are y'all bugging out?
Like, when
These are
I
leaders?
say leaders,
Of course not.
I'm
Oh.
thinking like positive.
Well, I don't think we have.
Of course we're
impact.
thinking about positive. Of
Like-
course we want to stay on the topic of positive. Of course, but that's what I'm trying to say. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to pay attention to it. People want to see Black Ink Crew. People want to see fights. People want to see wigs coming off and tables shaking and drinks being flown. That's what the top 2 most viewed shows in the country are: Love and Hip Hop and The Kardashians.
And it's pure ignorance.
And it's pure ignorance.
It's
Black China has a baby with Rob Kardashian.
And therefore now she is a huge rich celebrity and her mom has a reality show.
Right.
Like, why?
Zeus.
What do you expect people to strive
VH1
for?
is one of the highest viewed. If you have cable, that's if we not watching Netflix, if we not watching Amazon Prime, we're watching VH1. That's where in the Shade Room. That shit is in the top tier with TMZ and what's the other one?
Which used to be a
Ball
tabloid.
Alert.
Not even Ball Alert. Ball Alert has been gone.
Ball Alert.
No, TMZ. Wendy Williams. But she's sick, so it's like we can't. So it's like, all right, who else are we gonna go to?
She's not sick. They just shut down filming for some reason on the show.
Because she's sick. She has great
Power Book
disease.
2 just shut
She
down
cannot
filming.
film. The show will go on. They didn't shut down. The show is still going on.
Okay.
She just won't be on it.
My silence is primarily related to the fact that we haven't we mentioned influencers as our leaders, and we're kind of fucked up.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
But yeah, we've mentioned influencers as our leaders because I don't think we have any legit Jesse Jacksons, MLKs. It's not like that. The game switched. We bought the bait. We took the money.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowing any of these people to lead me anywhere.
By all means.
Obama's the last legit leader we had, and he had to be a
I'm
leader
speaking
for
for
everyone,
the
so he
people
wasn't able to have
and what
the
they
impact.
rather be entertained by. Because if you see a post and they're
Entertained.
talking about something, I'm a huge fan of Sex and the City. Who I watch now, who was ran for governor, is Cynthia Nixon. Does anyone know who that is?
One of them chicks from Sex and the City.
Which character is it?
The hoe?
No. That's Samantha.
Oh, okay.
But no, so you don't know who I'm speaking
Well,
of.
I know the chick that was on Square Peg.
Someone who wanted to end cash bail, who wanted
Sarah
to...
Parker, whatever. She was on Square Pegs in the 80s.
Jessica Parker. Was
Right.
not the hoe. That's Carrie Bradshaw, the main character.
Right? And then who's the one we talking
Miranda,
about? That's
who
the one
is
with the
now
short hair.
for running for governor.
That's the one with the short hair. Yeah,
exactly.
I got you.
I pay attention to her.
I
That's
pay
one
attention
of
to
some,
her.
and she's a white woman.
Right.
Can I not be influenced by her because I'm a black woman? No, that's just a question.
But
So
hold on,
that's who I'm
let's-
looking at.
let's-
It's like, okay, she's making differences. She's, she's here for
Let's
women
reel this
feminism.
back in.
Right, because he's talking about black leaders.
We're talking
Yeah.
about, again, we are combining the two. Influence does not equate to leadership.
By all means.
Those people that we're naming, every single person that everyone's named, are not leaders. They are influencers within society. They're not leading us to make us do certain things, to lead us to a place that we need to be to grow the society as a whole.
Because
They're taking a faction of the society as
You gotta blame this.
well,
Nobody's watching television anymore. Nobody's reading books anymore.
How about blame it on us?
Oh, that's what I've been trying to say.
Blame it on us.
That's why I said
for-
they're not my leaders.
for-
The Shade Room is not my
But
leader.
who
Mona
is you-
Scott Young
but
is
who-
not
but
my
who-
leader.
but Who would you consider your leader then?
As a black person, I would definitely say Beyonce. Like, I love her.
But what has she done to make you put you in that position when you think that she's a leader?
Not only just her hard work
We
and
don't
her
even
ethic.
see her enough
But
to
everyone
even know
works
that
hard.
she's even still
Hold on,
alive
hold
or
on.
a real person.
Savannah, but
To
everyone,
me, personally.
everyone works
I've seen her
hard.
in
What has she
yeah.
done to separate herself to make you think that she's a leader? I'll tell you who my leaders are.
Yeah, I
were.
wanna hear, yeah.
Muhammad Ali, without a doubt, was a leader to me because he stood up for something that was against the culture and in itself and represented himself as a black man in the
By all
society of a
means.
white world. And he took the sacrifice as a black man to deal with the problems that dealt with
Well,
the world.
LeBron tries to take that role.
That's a leadership role. He wasn't influenced because he led.
Right.
You're naming people that are entertainers.
Right.
They're here to dribble the basketball and or
Those are the
sit
people that they make our leaders through building them up.
Biggie said,
as celebrities.
either you got
always
a
been
wicked
like
jump
that in
shot
black
or you
community.
go sling rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
Right.
Who's the person that's going to move our culture and us, enlighten us to get us to the next level? Please don't say Beyonce. Please don't
I'll
say
say the
Rihanna.
Smith
Please don't say
They're
I
not.
say the Smith family.
Will and
Okay,
Jada.
yeah.
Well,
Nah.
Not even just them.
No,
I
they
think
they move too unorthodox. No.
I mean, but y'all are asking a question. You can't like knock
Yeah,
her.
like I don't.
No,
That's her.
That's
But
her
even
opinion.
just like
But
okay,
she's still
even
an
if they
entertainer.
are unorthodox though, it's like their kid. Which one? Jaden was it? He brought the machine to Flint to give them clean water.
He did.
He's making vegan. That vegan truck for like.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of.
But it's a difference than being sustained.
Red table
It's a-
talk,
it's a-
talking about mental like health in the black community. That's
Charlamagne
that's
does that
something
too.
Yeah.
Right, is that
But that's not leadership. That's a runoff event where he dropped off water, whatever the case may be. Is it sustained? If it was sustained, we would have water in Flint already because he has the power to get that done. He has the name of a celebrity to get it done. If you're just going to do it for a public show off, then why is it not getting done? It's still in the same situation we were 2000, whatever fucking year it was. So who's the one that's really championed to get that water from being dirty brown to clear and white?
Nobody's staying with that.
That's what I'm
balance.
saying. It's sustained.
Okay,
But then she
So
just
my
also
question
said we
is-
don't see Beyonce because she's doing things so privately we don't even know if she's alive. So it's kind of like not a
But
contradiction.
it's not done.
My question is,
So
as
it's
a
still
black
brown
person,
water.
can you even be a leader anymore?
Yes.
That's my
it's
thing.
not getting killed.
Yeah. What do you mean? The young
Maybe-
lady from Queens is a fucking leader. AOC, the politician AOC. You know who she is? The
I
little
do,
Hispanic
yeah,
her.
I do.
You know what she is? She's probably the more popular person in Congress and also the Senate from the black perspective and
Right,
Hispanic
but
perspective.
our leaders are always
But
coming
she's
from
constantly
entertainers
disrespected
and
every single
politicians.
day.
Right, so
Every
she has
single
two strikes
day.
against her. She's Latin, and
Exactly.
she's a she.
Like, is there ever going to be an opportunity where we can be empowered to be that leader and actually, like,
Yeah.
So-
What about Yara Shahidi?
Confidence,
That's
like-
people of our age group. What
Yeah,
about
Yara
Amanda?
Shahidi.
I say her name right? Amanda Steinberg.
Yes. Okay.
You know what
come
I'm
on.
saying?
Now
like,
we're talking.
yeah,
now we're talking.
exactly. Like women like that.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm
people
saying?
that have an agenda to get us to the next level, not
Right.
necessarily have our minds subjugated to bullshit, because we're living.
But she's also an entertainer too. She's
But we-
an actress.
But that's fine being an actor. Muhammad Ali's an entertainer, he's a boxer, but
That's what I'm
he
saying.
took his stuff to the next level and became something big.
But he
than
also
boxing.
suffered for what he believed in. And a lot of them
But he
ain't
was
willing
willing
to do
to
it.
suffer.
That's my point.
No one is willing to
He
suffer.
lost a lot of money.
No one's. We're all, like we said earlier.
He
off the-
tried to-
That's
Use that
what I
paper.
was gonna say when you spoke about Jay-Z taking the $80 million. Like, it's like you either are gonna stand for, like, if you gotta stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
Okay,
Like
that's good
that's
call.
the point. Like.
But look,
And so, like, just to me, I don't know. I feel like Jay-Z is, in my opinion, a sellout. Like, if you're supposed to be standing with somebody for what they believe in, like, for your people, I don't care how much money you're giving me. If I don't believe in that, I'm not taking the money because
I agree.
money. Like,
I agree.
Nah, that's
I
just
agree.
my.
So 2 minutes ago, you said. Remember, he's the one that said.
But he took the money, and still a lot of people said, and a lot of people called him on that. Like the homie Shanique Brown is watching right now. A lot of people called him on that, and a lot of people say, "Yo, we gotta wait because that's Jay-Z. We gotta wait and see." Once he signed that deal, once he sat down there with Roger Goodell and said, "We're past kneeling," what more you need to hear from him?
That's a fact.
He said everything he
That
meant.
means
He said,
he's
"We are
speaking
past
for
kneeling.
all of
I'm here
us."
to get the bag, bro."
Right.
That's it.
Good looking. Now the big boys take over.
But here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
What have you seen from the public eye to make you think that he took the money and did something positive for the NFL?
That's
and
what I'm
also
saying.
He ain't done nothing with it.
Exactly. So
They
that's-
tried to twist the all Latin woman Super Bowl.
That's trash.
I know, and say that Jay is responsible for the all Latin women
So
Super Bowl. He
that's
took
the
that
point.
ram
So
with
he
him.
can't be
Super Bowl
deemed a
show.
leader if he's not making any leadership type of moves. He's a popular figure and a great rapper. I got that. A great businessman, and he uses.
I agree, because when I wrote a story on the Shadow League about Jay-Z needs to speak up about the low numbers of African American coaches, head coaches in the league, because he said he's doing entertainment and what? social justice.
Yeah, but
we haven't seen the social justice part. People got crazy against me saying, "Oh, Jay-Z, what does Jay-Z have to speak out against a lack of black coaches or racism in the NFL?" And I'm like, wait. He was allowed to take the bag because he promised that he was going to stand for issues that pertain to social justice, police brutality in the black community. So far, he just collected a lot of checks and positioned himself stronger in his business, entertainment business, by saying, "Yo, J-Lo, I'm going to get you some shine.
Right.
Shakira, I'm going to get you some
Right.
shine."
We're still minorities all at the end of the day. So this whole Latin, black, and who this, that, and the
You're
third.
on the same bucket.
Yeah.
But before we leave, Meek Mill, where's Meek Mill stand? Leader?
Well, I don't think so
I don't
yet.
think he has
he's
enough
not polished
intelligence
enough
or
yet.
intellect.
He's
to
still
be a
being
leader,
taught.
but he has
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He has.
He's still learning
Okay. I got
how to
Because
be a
he's
leader.
still going through it. He's still, getting locked up and having fucked up,
Right.
judges.
Meek
go
Mill
through
is
something.
another person who I wrote an article when he first came out. I said, okay, he had all these people help him get out of this situation where a lot of people don't have.
All right.
He got owners with private jets picking him up. He constantly bragging about how he runs with millionaires, right? I want to know, so how was Meek Mill going to use his power? What are we, 2 years later? Meek Mill has made himself a very rich man.
So that's my
Where are
point.
we at with the reform?
So before we
He on private jets getting searched
Right, yeah.
every 5
So,
minutes.
She said earlier before we started filming, you had black people.
Shanice said, "Oh my God, I love that girl."
A white person said black people take all the money.
They'll do anything for money. Yeah, there was another thing where the girl had said, she made up this claim about how this lady said that they wanted a non-black server instead of her. So then her coworkers were saying, "Oh, black people will do anything for money. They'll say anything for money."
Okay, that's what we are.
It's like,
What else do we show them?
Well,
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
What else do we
saying.
show them?
But
At
that's
this
when-
point,
that's when we
like,
have-
But we're about the conversation.
Well, we real
goes to
far
what we're saying
behind,
against
man.
our own people.
That's when
We got to get the bag. We real far behind. We're 200, couple hundred years behind.
We have to face a problem every single day. One minute we're a sellout, 1 minute we're this, 1 minute we're that. So it's just like we can't win from losing. You know what I'm saying? What would you? Okay, so
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
no, you
can.
can't, because this is the thing. We talking about sacrificing ourselves and standing for something and falling for everything, but niggas do not want to die.
Who said death?
Nipsey Hussle. That was a leader. We cannot say he wasn't a leader.
No one said otherwise, but he died at the hands of someone else that was like him. Granted, he might have been the person that pulled the trigger, but he was still the person that passed away.
And you got to realize, guys like him are always going to be targets. Guys like Malcolm X, guys like Nipsey Hussle.
Why? Why?
Because they've gone through the transformation of understanding the streets, understanding having a lack of discipline, understanding having misguided greatness. Then they all of a sudden find out, oh my God, I can put my greatness here and push my people. Malcolm X was a pimp.
But hold on.
Nipsey Hussle was in the gangs promoting that, and then they understood where the power lies. They read some
First
books,
of all,
they talked to some people.
The difference between Malcolm X
They
and
had to
Nipsey
go.
Hussle is it's not them. It is the people that stand behind them. We're too ignorant now to even want the help that we're getting.
But
the
you gotta
help
touch
can
the
be
hood
right
first.
in our
That's what he
face.
knows.
Right.
The help can be in our face, and we won't take it because we're so ignorant and we're so used to being told that we're never gonna be shit. So that's all that we're ever gonna believe about ourselves. People back then, they understood, we need to read, we need to educate ourselves, we need to get somewhere. This man has a dream, we need to listen to what he's saying. Nobody wants to hear that now. They want to, like she said before, they want to watch all that negative stuff that's on TV. They want to listen to all the
Andy
rap
Warhol
music
said
about
years
drugs.
from now,
No.
and when he
Yo,
said
this
it
the
then,
next councilwoman right here, B. This the next councilwoman right
I would
here.
agree 1,000%. I think, and we're gonna close. I think it's us. If we stop watching Shade Room, we stop doing all of those things or whatever the case may be.
because it's quick.
But that's bad.
No, and of course.
And we're not going to stop. What do you mean? We're teaching generations. This is where you get your information. TMZ is like the first source of information now. It used to be simply a
I noticed some of
tabloid.
the comments, they just want to see the video, but they have a whole written paragraph on what happened, and they're just like, oh my God, how can he do this? They'd be like, but this is the whole story though.
Before we leave, are we believing that Nipsey was killed by, and Malcolm was killed by the people that actually pulled the bullet, pulled the gun?
Ever hold up?
No.
Oh, Malcolm. Well, we know that Malcolm wasn't because they done a whole new show about it,
On Netflix.
and it wasn't the Muslim guys that they said it was.
So who?
We don't know who shot him out. It could have been the government. Could
What
have
started
been.
this whole conversation? White privilege, right? Let's just leave it there.
There we go.
It could have been a deal that they had with the Nation of Islam that he was detached from at the time. All types of things. You don't know.
That's what they want you to
when you
think.
got as many
They want you to
enemies
think.
inside and outside the culture.
No. So if they make a deal with the nation, it's going to elevate the nation higher. If he's removed and you help with the removing of him, we're going to give you this. They give this nation this, then they're going to do it.
But what's the real root though? Like, what's the? It's
Get
not,
that motherfucker out of here because he's
Yeah,
upset.
that was the root.
He's upsetting the apple cart and he's fucking up our money.
That was the root. He was about to
Get him
his
out of
own
here.
organization was about to get bigger and bigger. He was teaching people too much. He's
It's
teaching them
called
about
leadership. It's called
self-preservation,
leadership.
having
Yeah.
food programs, breakfast programs for the kids, this, that. Now, look, we got to rely on the government. Who is the government run by? Us.
That's leadership.
Yeah.
Not entertainment.
That is leadership.
That's a different
Putting
thing.
yourself out there.
And we're not
so tell
willing
me,
to do that.
Right,
No
so
one
tell
is
me
willing
where
to do
LeBron James has put his neck on the line for us.
I will.
Wearing an
I
I Can't
will.
Breathe shirt ain't it. Where has he put
That's-
his lot? Malcolm X,
No one.
Bill Russell, Muhammad Ali,
No
these guys
one.
put their life and their livelihoods on the line.
No one is willing
LeBron's
to
still
do
gonna
that.
keep a job.
From
I just said that.
From 1980 on, no one has been willing to do that.
No.
No one.
I agree.
No one. So that's why we're dealing with the sensationalism that we're cool with the sensationalism.
Because at this
and
point,
anointing these people
we can
as
be
leaders.
bought off for any price.
And we're out. Segment was excellent. If you guys don't feel free to chime in at any point because there was some shit that was laid down today, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can discuss it moving forward as a people, and then move the culture forward also. I'm sure that we're not going to get any white sponsors, but still in all, fuck it, we don't need it. We're good in the basement.
Yeah, we good, man. You know,
Oh my
sponsorship is
God.
sponsorship.
I'll sit in this basement for the rest of my life talking about true shit
That was real.
than be a sellout living in a mansion. I'll get my shit self-made. I don't need nobody to pay for me to
Talk
get
your
up
shit, Queen.
there.
Talk your shit, Queen.
That shit is so
you make
dry.
mama proud. So I don't know. I'm ignorant. Assume I'm ignorant. I'm gonna name some names of people that I've heard of, and tell me what have they done to positively affect our community.
Most
Ready? Hold on. Black China.
Nothing.
Black China.
The only thing, the
But no, go ahead.
only positive impact that she's had on society
What's happening, baby?
is to the doctors and the surgeons that
Who,
these
employed
that these
them?
girls are going to now.
What's the girl that
because-
did that?
If I were to be positive,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan or I'm rooting for her or anything like that. I feel like Black China showed that black women can do what these white women do. Like the Nicole Anna Smiths and the Richies and the Hiltons, like we get so shunned for those things. Like Little Kim is just like, oh my God, she's the this. Listen to how she raps. Listen to what she talks about. These lace fronts, these fake tits and
What
ass
did
and
she
this,
do
that,
like
and the
white
third.
people?
No. I'm just saying it gets.
She went for the bag.
It's commended with Marilyn Monroe's, and it's just like she's an icon.
Who
She's
commends
this.
her?
Wait. I don't understand. So you said that
Marilyn Monroe
she's an icon.
is.
She's an icon.
She's an icon.
She was-
Everyone
She's a
knows.
slut.
It
Yes, she
doesn't
is.
matter
She's a slut.
what
Okay.
she was, but that's the thing. Stop with the women and the this.
And Amber
because
Rose
not
said
every
don't
woman.
slut shame no more.
That's what I'm saying. Like women
Amber Rose,
are
what's she known
designed
for?
all different ways. Like because you know this or you went to college doesn't make us any better than West because we're always getting put down from the outside. We have either men putting us down or talking down to us and putting us against each other, or we have men putting wigs on and twerking and it's funny, but as soon as I do it, I'm a whore. I'm discrediting myself. I have no college degree.
But I'm not gonna-
I should stop talking.
I'm not gonna agree with
and
that.
the list goes on.
Men putting a wig on and twerking is funny. That's the world we live.
That's the world we live
emasculating
in.
today's
This
black
flip
man.
the switch
Period.
challenge. Come on, like this flip the switch challenge.
Yeah, and
That's
good
real
point.
life.
Segueing
Everybody's-
on. 1 second. Segueing into the flip the switch challenge. Hold on, because we gotta keep it clean.
No.
No, clean as far as our segue. Waka Flocka, and I'll get back to you in a minute, sweet. Waka Flocka said he's not with the flip the switch challenge. Because he's not with men. He's like, I'll never fucking dress as a woman. You'll never get me to act like it's fun. He said nowadays that people think that shit is fly, dressing like a woman. So he was very against it. You can
Okay.
go ahead.
First and foremost, how weak is your masculinity for you to feel like what another man is doing has anything to do with you? That's our problem. We don't know how to mind our business. Like, nobody knows how to mind their business and let anybody do what they want to do.
There's so many
Because it don't
opinions
affect
on that.
you. Like, it doesn't affect you. How does it really affect you?
It's just more
I got a
so
problem with
it goes back into the government or the white man, and he feels like as a black man that, you know, even with Brandon T. Jackson, he feels like it ruined his career once he put that dress on. There's people that's in the industry who you could call them leaders that says, I'm not putting that dress on because you're not gonna defame me and me as a black man.
Okay, but what about Tyler Perry?
Yes.
What about
exactly.
Tyler Perry? What about Martin Lawrence? Those
There
were
you
some,
go.
like, first of all, Tyler Perry's best
careers
movies
took
were
off.
Medea.
And he's admittedly,
Martin
Tyler Perry's
Lawrence.
admittedly homosexual.
Hold on. It's safe to say that the Hollywood is based upon homosexuality, and that's really thrives in that environment.
Kind of like shoving it down your throat.
Right, so therefore,
Well, it's the artistic-
Just how girls are shoving down people's throats that it's okay to be a hoe when it's not. We all know that shit is not okay.
But we can't say that anymore because
You
now
can't
society
They've come up behind it.
has allowed such behavior to become the norm.
Yes.
So when Martin Lawrence puts on a dress, then you have Tyler Perry putting on a dress. You
Yeah,
have
Wesley Snipes,
Wesley
Patrick
Snipes.
Swayze.
All of those guys their career has catapulted upon doing so. So now if I'm an up and coming artist, actor, I see that, then I'm gonna say, oh shit, how did he get this?
Remember when Cat Williams was like,
Dustin
I'm not
Hoffman
doing
took-
that shit. He was like, they tried to put me in the back room. What happened to Cat Williams? He's getting beat up by kids.
He got Molly
You know?
But Dave
You know?
Chappelle
Right.
took it upon himself to not take that situation and was jettisoned off to Africa or
Right,
50
Cuba,
million.
right?
Cuba. He wasn't
Now he
home.
went to Africa, he bounced.
He was in Africa.
Came back
supposedly.
stocky as hell.
And then came back to a different. Now he's been repackaged as somebody that's a savior to comedy, and now his career has taken to the next level. But prior to that, he wasn't with the switch dancing on the switch, flips the switch, and all that
Yeah.
stuff that's going on right now. Which leads me back to my original question. What is Ray J known for outside of those two songs that he had prior?
Sexy can I? Ray J, the reality,
Sexy.
being Brandy's brother and the reality show.
Right, so
that's what blew him up.
That's where we are, where these people
He's
have
always
done
been
nothing.
a child star, though.
Ray J in Love.
No,
Yeah.
he was
The
in-
reality
also
show is what
Moesha.
let anybody knew who he was.
He was behind. He's still behind.
Right.
Brandy.
The reality show put him out there on his own
So my point is still
with the women, and that was
these
wild.
guys. We're celebrating people that have done nothing.
We do it constantly.
But you have to learn to separate leaders from the entertainment industry. It's
that's
the
what I was trying to do.
Don't
entertainment
look for
industry.
entertainers to be your leaders.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's true too.
No,
But
that's been true. Look, what?
That's the
That's not
timeline
true.
of it being true.
You're gonna look. Who controls entertainment? All right.
We already discussed that.
You got a white person, right? He takes this black artist with a black liaison who could be assistant, president, and they tell you what you're gonna do with your career. It's not
To get to the next point.
to get to the next level. It ain't
Right.
us, our indigenous roots driving that, right? So
you're in a situation where do you want to be for the hood, the culture?
right, but we should expect these people
This
to
is
be leaders.
exactly why.
Then you're at that situation when you're at the point where you do this or you do that to get to that. What do you do? That's the situation you're at. Do you take the bag and you come catapulted up to the next level? You can hang out with Robert Kraft,
Right.
or do you stay here in the hood with your nappy braids like
Right.
Meek Mill?
But you can't. But
You
you
can't put
can't
yourself back.
get to that level
Yes, you can.
staying in the hood.
You can what?
Right. You can't get to this level without staying in
And
the hood.
most
So you have
entertainers
to
and
take a
celebrities
choice.
become leaders because why? Because they have the eyes and the ears of the people. They're easy people for people that have adverse messages to send messages through. You really think you come on? You've been there since the beginning of hip hop in '79, right?
Yeah.
So you think where we're at right now, where hip hop is natural evolution of the craft?
No.
Or it's interference in the craft?
No, it's culture vultures that came in and said that
Okay.
money, your ultimate goal is to get money.
Right.
So let's get the money. Let's do what we
Okay,
gotta do to
so
get
you
the
think
money.
because don't tell me that somebody that's talking about popping pills constantly that is
It's all
terrible.
what you put your focus on.
And things
Because
like that.
people they had got on they had Jermaine Dupri talk
That's
about
packaged.
female rappers. It sounds like stripper rapping, but like who are you to comment on female rap when we've never really had it? You know what I'm saying? And it's what you decide to put your focus on. Because we do have female rappers, yes, like Queen Latifah's, the Roxanne's, the this, that, and the third. Even with male rappers, we have the Little Pumps and then we have the J. Cole's. But when J. Cole drops his album, it's like, oh, it put me to sleep. But he's the one, like, you know, telling the revolutionary and being a leader. Joyner Lucas, we have Dave East that are considered underground rappers, but we're bigging up 6ix9ine and we're bigging up these people. What they choose to
don't want to hear about.
But that's quick commercial bullshit.
Like, we don't want to hear
Of
about.
course it is.
That's quick commercial package
Of course it is.
bullshit. J. Cole's
But pick a
music that
side.
will last.
Well, hold on,
And real lyricists.
But nobody's
knowledge.
listening to it now for it to last, so I don't even make
What
no
do you mean
sense.
pick a side? What do you mean by pick a side?
Pick a side as far as
the
like
consumer or the
no,
the
as
artist?
it just like as
artist?
no, as it being a contradiction to everything like what we're saying. Like, you know, we're talking about the people
my bad.
itself,
Cat
and then we're
Williams
talking
ain't come
about
out
the
and
fans or the
I mean,
people
Tyler
itself.
Perry.
So like, are we mad at them or are we mad at ourselves and what we choose to put our focus on? Because all they're here to do is to get their money or to send a message or whatever else the case
But
may
they can't
be.
get money unless we consume what they're selling.
We. Exactly. So what do we do about that?
But we're
But it's not us putting Black China on TV.
But we're in the position
Why are
where
we talking about
But we're
Black
keeping
China?
her there.
But we're in a
keeping
position
her
that
there.
Yes.
we're
We clout
desensitized
chasing
to
whores.
reality.
To celebrityism. We know that.
Right.
So, but my point is this. We're in a position where we can, as consumers, control what is being bought and sold. Because if we don't buy it, they're not going to do it. They're only doing it because we're buying it or streaming it.
If two things come on right now in front of you, we have Trump talking about the coronavirus. It don't even matter if it's Trump because we don't like him. If it's anybody talking about the coronavirus, or if they said Black China, boom, is having a sex tape, which one you gonna click on first?
Who are you asking?
Anybody.
Me, I'm going to the person that's going to coronavirus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the
looking
Black
at-
China sex tape. I'm gonna watch the Black China sex tape.
Okay, that's fine, and I will watch it secondly.
I mean,
I'll watch it
I've been
secondly.
hearing about that coronavirus all day long.
But hold on, but if they give you news about it and how it's changed, you're not gonna know about it because you're watching dumb shit on.
Right, and
Black
I'm trying to
China.
say that's what's going on.
That's what the majority of us are doing. Look at the
problem.
look at the number of followers that ignorance has on these social media apps. Those followers mean something.
hold on.
That means something.
Hold on, again,
Right?
we're going in circles. We're all saying kind of the same thing, but not really the same thing.
Yeah, we say the same thing.
I'm
We
gonna bring
know
it in more concise. We're in a position where we're not
Ain't nothing new.
doing anything of substance. We're following the sizzle. As a result, our minds are being dwarfed down to where we are now, where we're not in a position where we can find our leaders and know who our leaders are. To the point where we now are in a position where we're strictly consumers and not consumers and buyers and not owners. We control the culture. That's what we're forgetting. We control the culture and we set this shit up, but we are anointing people that are entertainers to become leaders.
Yeah.
The Kim Kardashians, the Elvis Presleys, the fucking Beatles, the Bee Gees, all of these guys, the boy bands from back in the day, all of these guys have taken our culture and moved it to the mainstream to get money.
They
Now,
still do it.
I just named people.
The Post Malone,
All right, hold on.
Lil Pump,
Hold on. Then we have people that are so-called our leaders. Our Diana Rosses of today, the Beyoncés of the world, aren't standing up for our plight because they haven't been in our plight for 30, 40 years. So they don't
just
understand.
busy being popular.
But they're busy being popular and getting that fucking bag.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate goal of today's society,
Yeah.
is chase the bag. And that's what's wrong
That's
with
what they make
society.
songs about. That's what they rap about. And
That's
so
all
far,
this-
that's what the
and
kids
That is
grow up
what's
with.
wrong with the society we have right now.
There's no other message.
And
They've been
because
stealing it for
they-
years.
But they control the narrative, and they're going to do it because they
Damn
sell
right.
it. It all starts back where I said the consumers and the buyers.
And then you get an
we
Uncle
are.
Tom liaison to help.
Uncle Tom, you
Complete-
can't use Uncle Tom. That's not true. Uncle Tom that's a fallacy.
Yeah,
Uncle
I'm
Tom-
talking about in the way we use it. I'm not talking about the real story that they just
No, we can't
came
use
up
that.
with. We've been using Uncle Tom. I'm not changing that.
Your phone died. So,
Uncle Tom mean what it mean to me.
but then you know that's not the truth though.
Don't matter.
But you know.
It's like nigga. It's like using the word nigga.
So
There's a truth to it.
So
and
Uncle
then,
Tom was somebody that's not what we consider a sellout. He's actually somebody that led the charge against the people that were trying to.
yeah, but I'm not
destroy
changing
people.
that. Uncle Tom to me is a sellout. I understand the
Yes,
I'm
story.
not even confused. I am just
Annoyed. And we out on this segment. We really never started.